Hey guys, welcome to another episode of RevHiker Outdoors, the most hard-hitting outdoors show on planet Earth. Anyway guys, I'm here for another, I got a little piece of gear to review for you, but I want to ask you a question first. How many times in a tent or otherwise, when you're sleeping in the backcountry, have you rolled up an extra pair of socks or clothes or a rain jacket or something to try to use as a pillow and your neck hurt in the morning? I know I have. And so I've been using this inflatable pillow that I had that I got really cheap somewhere, and it was heavy, so I decided not to bring it. And then I got into hammocks, and I thought, oh, hammocks, you won't need a pillow. But I always ended up rolling something just to kind of get just a little bit under support under my neck or on the side if I move my head side to side. And I've been looking into getting like a little ultralight pillow, excuse me, and as luck would have it, this company contacted me, TNH Outdoors, and they said, hey, we'd like it if you tested some of our stuff. And I said, okay, cool. So send it over and I'll test it. And I did. And the other night I slept on this along with the TNH sleeping bag, which I will put a link somewhere in this vicinity for, or in the description box below because that's easier for me. But yeah, I already did the review on their sleeping bag and I liked it quite a bit. Now I'm going to review this pillow, which is quite light, only a couple ounces, and it's also quite cheap compared to some of the other inflatable ones, and it's got some cool features, so I want to talk about that. First off, the fabric. I can't tell you exactly what this fabric is, and maybe that makes me a bad reviewer, but I can tell you how it feels. It's very soft, and it's got a stretch to it. The other inflatable pillow I had was just, it was what it was, and it didn't really have much give. One side was soft, one side was not. This, you could sleep on either side of this and this would be good. And it's stretchy. That's what surprised me the most, is when you inflate this and you like rest your head on it, you can feel the thing, you can feel the give that it has, and it makes it quite a bit more comfortable than the other ones, which I thought was pretty cool. And we've got a lot of trucks today, so please forgive the background noise. And now there's mad birds and fire sirens. Unreal. Let me show you the valve on this thing. It's like a two-way valve. When you pop this, the first piece, this is how you inflate it. And it's got a flapper valve in there so that when you're blowing it up and if you need to take a break, all the air doesn't rush back out, which is quite nice. And this thing, I can have it inflated the way I like it, which is not all the way pumped up, in about 1.5 breaths. So there's one and less than a half, and that's all that I really like in it. I like it fairly flat because I just want a little support under kind of the back of my neck. And another truck. So I don't know if I'll be able to get this on camera, but I don't know if you can see this thing stretching at all, but if I do that, you can see this end stretching as I kind of squeeze it. But I just liked it because it was really quite comfortable. And if you want to, you can blow it up the rest of the way. You can blow it up all the way. And see, even with this valve left open, no leaky, which is nice. This is what it is like all the way. Now, one problem I did have with this pillow, I went to open the valve to let the air out, and I accidentally pulled the whole valve out. And at first I was like, oh great, I shredded this pillow, this thing's a piece of garbage. But it turns out that the whole valve can just snap in or out, and I just pulled too hard on the one spot. So even if you have that problem and you go to pop this valve open here, and okay, so there, it drained. Now, here's the flapper valve there, and then this is, so you pull that there for that tab, and then you pull the other side of the tab to deflate it. But this whole thing will actually pop, like the whole, I'm not gonna pull it out right now. This whole thing will pop right out, and then you got to give it a bit of a click to get it back in, but if you go until it clicks, it will hold. And then it's got this little ring, you can pop this off too. But it does have a retainer ring so that this doesn't go bye-bye. But I found it to be quite good, and I just leave that open when I roll it up and just kind of fold it up. And the stuff sack that it comes with is pretty small, and it's kind of one of those things where you think you're never getting it back in the stuff sack. But then it was really easy to get in the stuff sack, and I had a bunch of room left over. So anyway, guys, I think it's a great pillow. What I did is I blew it up all the way, and then I sat on it to see if that valve would let loose, and it didn't. And I didn't have any leak down overnight either, which is kind of important. You don't want to be getting up at like, 2 in the morning, and then again at 4 in the morning and everything else to try to blow up your pillow again. That'd be a real pain. So I had a really good experience with this thing. Worked well. I used it in the house a couple times, and I used it in the hammock, and it was great. And you can adjust it on the fly. If it's, pillow's a little too firm, you let a little air out. If you want a little more firm, you just put a little more air in. Works nice. Also, on all of TNH gear, and I believe I forgot to mention this in the video for the sleeping bag, which is right here, but they all have a lifetime guarantee on them, which is really cool, especially for how cheap this stuff is. They will either refund or replace the product, whatever, they will make it right if you have a problem with their gear. So, thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, guys, if you want to check this out, I have some links in the description box below, but this will definitely, for the weight of this thing, and how easy it is to use, it's definitely going to be coming with me. No more will I be wadding up clothes to sleep on. I will be civilized and have an inflatable pillow. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed this. God bless you guys, and I will catch you next time.